Hello everyone, this is Kishore Patil and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Maths for Science. Hello students, today we are going to see some numericals from the chapter Laws of Motion, which one is the first chapter of Standard 9 Science and Technology. Okay, for that purpose we have to understand some formulas that are explained in the theoretical part of the chapter laws of motion. Now let us see some formulas and their units. Some terms. Velocity. Now what do you mean by the velocity? Velocity, it is the rate of change of displacement. That means displacement s. S is the notation for the displacement upon time t. T is the time, and the unit is in terms of mk system, meter per second, and in terms of cgs system, centimeter per second. Now what do you mean by the mk system and cgs system? That we have seen already earlier in the previous videos. M stands for meter, s stands for second, centimeter, cm, and second. See the next one, acceleration. Acceleration is A is equal to, now what do you mean by the acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. So V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity, V minus U upon time t. Unit are meter per second square in terms of mks system and centimeter per second square in terms of cgs system. That means whenever we want to find acceleration, our unit must be in the form of meter per second square or centimeter per second square. Okay, now see the force. Now what do you mean by the force? Force is equal to ma. M stands for mass, a stands for acceleration. M, ये वाला m मीटर है, ये वाला m mass. So unit of the force are Newton or Dian. Now what do you mean the Newton? Newton is equal to kilogram into meter per second square, and Dian is gram meter per second square. Momentum. Now what do you mean momentum? Momentum, it is the product of mass and velocity. So units are mass का unit है kilogram, velocity का unit है meter per second. Mass का unit है gram, velocity का unit है centimeter per second. So kilogram meter per second in mks and gram centimeter per second in cgs. We have seen some equations of motion, Newton's equation of motion. First equation, V is equal to U plus AT. It stands or it gives the relation between velocity and time. Second equation, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. It gives relation between displacement and time. Where the third equation is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. It gives relation between the displacement and velocity. Okay, now the sixth one, that is a law of conservation of momentum. m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Suppose two objects are there and they collide with each other. Two objects are there, first object having mass m1 and second object having mass m2. Initial velocity of first object is u1, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी ऑफ सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्ट इज u2. दो ऑब्जेक्ट है एक दूसरे को कोलाइड कर रहे हैं, तो दोनों का मास है m1 एंड m2 और उनका वेलोसिटी है u1 एंड u2. आफ्टर कोलिजन मास रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट बट वेलोसिटी चेंजेस. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल दो पत्थर एक दूसरे को टच, एक दूसरे पे कोलाइड कर रहे हैं, या तो एक बस है, एक कोई तो पत्थर है, या तो कुछ भी ऐसी कुछ भी चीज़ जो एक दूसरे पे कोलाइड कर रही है. ओके, सो after collision their velocity changes. So final velocity of first object is v1 and final velocity of the second object is v2. Their momentum remains conserved or remains constant. This is the law. The statement is, or you can say a mathematical explanation is, m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. m into v, mass into velocity, that is the momentum that we have seen here. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. अब ये v एंड u ऐसे दो दो टर्म्स इसलिए क्योंकि ये इनिशियल वेलोसिटी एंड फाइनल वेलोसिटी, इसलिए u and v इस फॉर्म में लिखा है. Okay, now let us see the question depending on these formulas. If you want to write these formulas, pause करो और लिखो. Now see, I am taking the first question, first unsolved example, question number 3, table number 1. Given that u, that is initial velocity, is 2 meter per second, we know that unit of the velocity is meter per second. Acceleration is 4 meter per second square. Time is 3 seconds, and we have to find v. We have the formula v is equal to u plus at. This one is the first equation of motion. Let us substitute the values. U is equal to 2, a is equal to 4, t is equal to 3. It gives 2 plus 4 3s are 12. So is equal to 2 plus 4, 12 is equal to 14. V that means final velocity, and unit of the velocity is meter per second. So our final answer is v is equal to 14 meter per second. If you want to write, pause it and write it. See the next question. Table number 2, second question. Given that u is equal to u, that means initial velocity 7 meter per second, time is given 4 seconds, and displacement s is the displacement. S is given 92 meter. Displacement is equal to 92 meter, and we have to find a that means acceleration. Now we have seen the second equation of the Newton's laws of motion. Newton's equation we have seen, Newton's equation of motion. The second Newton's equation of motion is that we have seen here in the formulas. See here. The first one that we have seen, v is equal to u plus at, that we have used here, and the second equation is s is equal to ut plus half at square, that we are going to use here. We have s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, let us substitute the values. So is equal to 7t, that means 4, plus half a we have to find, t that means 4 square. S is equal to 92. Therefore 92, this term becomes 28, 7 4s are plus half 4 square is equal to 16a. मैं इसकी जगह चेंज करता हूँ. So is equal to 2 1s are 2 8s are, it becomes upon 2 to cancel 8a, and 20 is added on the right hand, so becomes subtraction or becomes subtracted on the left hand side. So therefore subtraction of 92 and 92 minus 28, it gives 64. So 64 is equal to 8a. 64 is equal to 8a. 8 is multiplied, so become divide here. So therefore 64 upon 8 is equal to a. Therefore a is equal to 8, and a is the acceleration having unit meter per second square. That also we have seen in the formula page. Okay. See question table number 3. Given that u is equal to 4 meter per second, initial velocity, acceleration is 3 meter per second square, as that means displacement we have to find, and v is equal to 8 meter per second. Remember in the question formula is given v square is equal to u square plus 2as. This one is the third equation of motion, and bracket में गया है मीटर पर सेकेंड ब्रैकेट स्क्वायर. इट इज़ नॉट मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर, ऐसा नहीं गिवन है, बराबर इस फॉर्म में गिवन है. तो मीटर पर सेकेंड v and square. So V is equal to meter per second. That one is given. V is equal to 8 meter per second. Okay, so these terms are given. U, A, V. We have to find S. We have the formula. We have V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Let us substitute the values. 8 square is equal to 4 square plus 2 3s. So therefore 64 is equal to 16 plus 6s. 16 यहाँ पे प्लस है, यहाँ पे जाके माइनस होगा सब्ट्रैक्शन के बाद. 64 माइनस 16 is equal to 6s. therefore 48 is equal to 6s. 6 मल्टीप्लाई यहाँ पे जाके डिवाइड होगा. therefore 48 upon 6 is equal to s. therefore s is equal to 8. 6 8s are 48. S is the displacement and unit of the displacement is meter. So the final answer is s is equal to 8 meter. An object moves 18 meter in the first 3 seconds, 22 meter in the next 3 seconds, and 14 meter in the last 3 seconds. What is its average speed? So given three distances are given. So I am writing here S1 is equal to 18 meter, S2 22 meter, and S3 14 meter, while T1 first time, second time, and third time interval T1 is equal to 3 second, T2 again 3 second, and T3 again 3 second. We have to find average speed. We have the formula. We have average speed is equal to total distance traveled upon total time taken. So is equal to total distance traveled, initially 18 meter, then 22 meter, then 14 meter, and time taken 3 plus 3 plus 3. So is equal to 18 plus 22, 40. 40 plus 14, that is 54 upon 9. So is equal to 9 6 are 54 to 6. 9 6 are 54, 6 average speed. So 6, what is the unit of speed? It is meter per second. So average speed is meter per second. This one is our final answer. Let us see the next question. An object of mass 16 kilogram is moving with an acceleration of 3 meter per second. Mass is given m, acceleration 3 meter per second. Calculate the applied force. यहाँ तक अलग क्वेश्चन है. इसके बाद और एक क्वेश्चन है. If the same force is applied on an object of mass 24 kg, पहले एक मास गिवन है और एक मास गिवन है, हाउ मच विल बी द एक्सेलरेशन. और एक एक्सेलरेशन फाइंड कर रहे हैं, एक एक्सेलरेशन गिवन है. गिवन m1 is equal to 16 kg, acceleration is 3 meter per second square, m2 is 24 kg, and a2 second acceleration we have to find. We have the formula for the force is applied. We have the formula F is equal to ma. तो फर्स्ट कंडीशन का m1 a1 is equal to 16 into 3. So therefore is equal to 48. F is equal to 48. 16 into 3. 48. Unit of the force is Newton. The force is equal to 48 Newton. A question is given now. F is equal to again m2 a2, because second condition में same force applied करना. If the same force is applied, so let us substitute the values. 48 m2 is equal to 24 into a2, 24 kg. 24 यहाँ पे जाके डिवाइड होगा, therefore 48 upon 24, 48 upon 24 is equal to a2. 24 2s are 48, therefore a2 is equal to 2, and a, that means acceleration, unit is meter per second square. Okay. Third question, a bullet having a mass of 10 gram and moving with a speed of 1.5 meter per second penetrates a thick wooden plank of mass 90 gram. See, in the textbook there is 900 gram is given, but this one is printing mistake, so let us take it 90 gram. The plank was initially at rest. The bullet gets embedded in the plank and both move together. Determine their velocity. हुआ क्या है, एक वुडन प्लैंक है इस फॉर्म में, और एक बुलेट बंदूक की गोली इसको पेनेट्रेट कर रही है. तो पहले वुडन प्लैंक स्टेशनरी है एंड गोली उसको जाके लग रही है, उसको पेनेट्रेट कर रही है उसमें. तब कंडीशन इज दैट देर आर टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स, वन ऑफ देम इज द प्लैंक एंड द अदर वन इज द बुलेट. सो हैविंग सम masses, so I am taking m1 is equal to mass of the bullet is 10 gram and m2 mass of the plank is 90 gram. Okay, and u1 initial velocity of bullet is 1.5 meter per second. u2 initial velocity of plank initially at rest 0 meter per second, and the bullet gets embedded in the plank. प्लैंक के अंदर जाके बैठ रही है एंड बोथ मूव्स टुगेदर, और दोनों साथ में मूव कर रहे हैं. दैट मीन देयर वेलोसिटी v1 एंड v2 ये तीनों सेम है. v दैट मीन वेलोसिटी, v1 वेलोसिटी ऑफ द बुलेट, फाइनल वेलोसिटी ऑफ द बुलेट एंड फाइनल वेलोसिटी ऑफ प्लैंक, दोनों की वेलोसिटी सेम रहेगी. ये अपने को फाइंड करना है. ओके, नाउ by law of conservation of momentum. What is the law of conservation of momentum? m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. So is equal to v1 v2 दोनों सेम है, उसके जगह पे हम लोग v लिखते हैं. So m1 v plus m2 v, m1 u1 plus c u2 is 0. तो 0 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, इट टर्म्स बिकम 0. तो मैं इसको कैंसिल कर देता हूँ और यहाँ पे मैं रीज़न लिखता हूँ एज u2 इज इक्वल टू 0 एंड v इज इक्वल टू v1 इज इक्वल टू v2. Okay, therefore let us take v as a common. We can write m1 plus m2 in bracket, v is common, and m1 u1. Now let us substitute the values. Okay, therefore 10 plus 90, m1 mass of the bullet, m2 mass of the plank, 10 and this one is 90. So that I have written here, v is equal to m1 u1, that is 10 into u, that means 1.5. So is equal to, therefore 100 v is equal to 15, 10 into 1.5. therefore v is equal to 15 upon 100. यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई था, यहाँ पे जाके डिवाइड होगा. therefore v is equal to 0.15 v, that is the velocity, therefore it is meter per second. So this is our final answer. Thank you. If you like the video, then like it, share it and subscribe it. Don't forget to click on bell icon.